Hello guys, welcome back. So now here in this session, we'll see that we are in learning, right? So now here in previous session, we have seen like I was running the learning program and all, right? We have seen like how it is going to be run, that is already shown, and then even like when you run this first reminder, then if you're going to run the second reminder, so how SAP will be able to remember that for a particular line item already we have sent a first reminder, right? So when the first reminder is getting generated, right, then at document level, the level is going to be updated. Okay. And when, on which date the first reminder is sent, that date is also going to be updated at transaction level, right? So this is how now, let's suppose interval we have given 10 days, right? So since the last dunning run is already updated at document level, right? So now what will happen, guys? After, if let's suppose we are going to run again another dunning program, like another next run is there after 5 days, right? So system will check, like already there is a particular line item where we have already sent the reminder, first reminder, right? Now system is going to check. So now here, whatever the reminder is already sent, right? So there the previous dunning run, this is last dunning run is already getting updated. So system will be able to identify, system is going to add now after 5 days itself, if you are going to send the reminder, then system is going to add that 5 days, right? Whereas the interval is 10 days, right? So this is how the internal calculation will happen. And based on that, SAP is going to identify whether this line item is eligible for sending reminder, in the sense next reminder or not. Now, I'll tell you one. So let's suppose now I'm having, okay, we'll do one thing. Let's suppose we are having two different categories of customers. Okay, I'm having two different categories of customers, like A, B, C, D, E. Okay, and then we are having another category. It is like, let's suppose, are you getting any noise, guys? Everything is fine? Any noise is coming, or it's manageable? Okay, okay. Now, what about the screen? Is it visible? Okay, good, good. So any noise? You guys are getting any noise? Or everything is fine? Okay, good. Okay, good, good. So let me start. Now here, so we are having like, these are the customer, let's suppose F. Okay. Now, now we are having like, okay. So there are certain category of customers, guys. Like here, this is called like, let's suppose these customers are buying our manufacturing item, manufacturing item. Okay. And these are buying our service item, service item. Okay. So now, what is the requirement, guys? The requirement is whatever reminder is going to be sent for these customers, whatever reminders are going to be sent for these customers, right? This is a different category. And this is a different category. Okay. Look at here. Now, I'll just do one thing. Okay. So generally what is happening, guys? Now, here, like we have categorized the customers, right? Now, there is a requirement. There is a requirement. What kind of requirement? So whichever customers are buying, let's suppose product, for those customer, whatever the reminder letters are going to be sent, a different reminder letter supposed to be sent to these customers, right? And whatever customers are buying our services, for these customer, a different letters are going to be sent, right? It means different dunning letters are supposed to be sent. For manufacturing, different letter, and for service related item, whichever customers are buying, so a different letter supposed to be sent for these customers. So in that case, the question is how many dunning procedure is going to be defined? Tell me, guys, how many dunning procedure are we going to define in this case? One, two, three, four, five. Tell me. Any answers from anyone? So there is one answer from Shiva. Two dunning procedure. Okay. So now there is a logic, right? There is logic behind two dunning procedure because what is happening, guys? If you talk about dunning form is going to be assigned against company code, of course, right? So here this is not the requirement. Within the company code itself, we are having two different categories of customers, right? Okay. Now, so here dunning procedure. So whatever the dunning form we are assigning, guys, we are assigning the dunning form against a particular customer. Sorry, against a particular company code, right? At the same time, these dunning forms are going to be assigned against a dunning procedure as well, right? First of all, a dunning procedure need to be defined, right? And then what is happening, guys? Against that dunning procedure, now you have to assign the form. Okay, while assigning the form, you have to specify the company code. This form belongs to which company code, right? So one dunning procedure can be used by multiple company code. It's okay, right? But here the requirement is quite different, right? Here we have to categorize the customers, right? So if you define two dunning procedure, then what is happening, guys? Here we can define, here we can assign, let's suppose dunning form, let's suppose form A. Okay, form A is going to be assigned. Let's suppose we have defined a dunning procedure 1. This is going to be assigned against these all customers. Here we are going to define dunning procedure 2. Okay. So if we define two different dunning procedure, then here what is happening, guys? Against this dunning procedure, we'll assign form A. So this form is for manufacturing customer, guys, and here we are going to assign form B. Form B, right? So this is going to be assigned to this dunning procedure. Till here everything is clear, right? Everything is fine. But the moment you say two dunning procedure, guys, immediately the question is going to be changed. There'll be certain twist in the question, right? So here what is happening, the benefit is like, so this dunning procedure is assigned to all customers which is buying the manufacturing in the sense product, right? This dunning procedure is going to be assigned to all customers which is buying our services. Now I am having a customer called G. This customer is buying the product and services both. Now the question is, what about this customer? Which dunning procedure we are going to assign, right? Are we going to assign this DP1 in the sense dunning procedure 1 or dunning procedure 2, right? So here is the problem, right? Dunning procedure 1 or dunning procedure 2. Tell me, guys, here which dunning procedure is supposed to be assigned? And why? Which dunning procedure is supposed to be assigned here? Anyone, guys? See, I'll tell you, guys, simple. I'll tell you one thing. If anybody has to ask the questions, right? They will not ask how to configure Dunning program, right? How to define the Dunning procedure. What do you mean by Dunning interval? What do you mean by days in arrear? What do you mean by uh, like Dunning level? These are very simple questions, right? People will not ask these questions at all. They will ask such kind of questions. Okay. So I'm having two different categories of customers, right? So, and two different kind of reminder letter supposed to be sent, right? So this is a tricky question, right? Now, so here what is happening? Now I have to send two different kind of reminder for both kind of customers, right? So product and services. Now in that case, how many Dunning procedures are going to be? 99% of the people will say that we have to define two different Dunning procedures, right? So now there is then the question is going to be, the twist is going to come that, okay, I'm having one customer which is having, which belongs to, which is buying products and services both. So in that case, what to do? Anyone? Okay. So now I have received one reply here also. So now what is happening, guys? So here in that case, let's suppose we are having two different group of customers, right? So whether it is two different group of customer or three different group of customers, in every cases, what is happening, guys? We have to define a single dunning procedure only one dunning procedure, right? If you have two different dunning procedure, then in this case, what is happening, guys? It is not possible because against one customer master, you can assign only one dunning procedure, right? So if I have assigned dunning procedure one, that is for manufacturing, right? Then what about the service item? When I buy any service item, right? So here in customer master DP1 is assigned, right? And I have bought as let's suppose like not I have bought, this customer has bought like services from Tata Motor, and that become overdue and we have not received the payment yet from the customer side. So whatever the letter is getting dunning reminder letter is getting generated, that belongs to this dunning procedure, right? Whereas the invoice is for service, right? So in that case, what is happening, guys? Single dunning procedure, one dunning procedure, one dunning procedure, and two different dunning form can be defined. So here the benefit is, I'll tell you. Now here I'll just do one thing. Just do one thing. I think in server number 2 our configuration is there, or in one it is there.
Server number 2, sir.
Okay. Okay, so here TM33, right? What you have to do, guys? Okay. Now, okay, just do one thing. What about this dunning special GL in transactions? This is not explained, or it is already explained? Simple logic is there against this one also. So that I'll check whether I have explained or not. Now here, let me check here. This check mark you have to apply, guys, when you have to add, like, let's suppose down payment, customer down payment. Such kind of items are supposed to be added. You have to apply a check mark here, right? Now you just go to dunning text here. TM33. So what is happening, guys? Now, so two different forms are going to be assigned. But the problem is, like, how SAP is going to differentiate the forms. Let's suppose this is for manufacturing item, in the sense product. And we are having another called again 1, 2, and 3. So another form we are going to assign. This is also a standard form itself. That is for services, right? So the problem is, which form is going to be triggered, this one or this one, and why? What to say? How SAP will come to know which one is for what to say, this one manufacturing or service and all. So now we are having one more thing which will come into picture, that is called learning area, right? So such kind of whatever such kind of scenarios are there, that is going to be categorized. Categorized in the sense like we are going to say that now we have to create, instead of creating two different dunning form guys, what we are going to do, now we are going to set up two different dunning area. Okay. Instead of creating dunning form, you have to say that we are going to set up two different dunning area. Okay. So here what is the benefit guys? The benefit is no need to define multiple dunning procedure. Okay. Simply we'll define two different dunning area, and two different dunning forms are required. Let's suppose here DP1. This is the dunning procedure. So we are going to create two different dunning area. DA1 and let's suppose DA2. So against this one we are going to assign form A, and against this one we are going to assign form B. Okay. And these two dunning area will be there against your dunning procedure. Right. So what happened guys? Generally dunning area, I'll just give A1 and A2. A2. Okay, not A1, A2. Just give F, manufacturing MN and service SR. These are the two dunning area we have to define. Dunning area. Okay. So in such a case, let's suppose I have to send a reminder. Right? Reminder means for two different categories of customers. Right? Later on, from SD side, you guys will be having multiple other categorizations. Categorizations means from SD side, you'll be having sales organization, you'll be having distribution channel, you'll be having divisions, you'll be having sales area. Okay. So let's suppose if there is a requirement for sales area A, a different reminders letter supposed to be sent, and sales area B, whichever customer belongs to sales area B, a different reminder letter supposed to be generated. So what is happening guys? In all the cases, we have to define dunning area. One, two, one is not, two, three, four, five. How many dunning area is required? It based upon the requirement conditions, right? But two different dunning area, let's suppose here as per our requirement we are going to define, and against dunning area we are going to assign the form, right? So what happened when you post the invoice one, it is going to be posted against a customer, right? Okay. The invoice is going to be posted against, like, let's suppose customer invoice. So it is going to be posted against customer master. Right. While posting the invoices, we are going to specify the dunning area. Here, let's suppose service. Okay. Now, so while posting the invoices, we are going to specify the dunning area. Okay. So now let's suppose if this line item invoice to become overdue, if this line item become overdue, then what will happen, guys? In that case, when you run the dunning program and all, then system is going to check, select this invoice. System found that this invoice is posted against different dunning area called SR, right? So first of all, SAP is going to find out the dunning procedure from customer master. Once SAP came to know the dunning procedure, then SAP is going to check that dunning procedure, all the terms and conditions which we have specified against that dunning procedure. And then what next, guys? The next one is within that dunning procedure, SAP will check, okay, so how many forms we have assigned against which dunning area and all. So that form is going to be triggered. Very simple logic is there, guys. Very simple logic. Okay. There should not be any confusion here. Okay, now do one thing. Open one more. It's gone, right? Okay, open one more screen, guys. Now in this screen, use so dunning area, right? Look at here. OB61 is the transaction code. Okay. Now at what level dunning area is getting created, guys? Very simple here. Look at here. The very first company code you have to give. Dunning area, MN, and dunning area again. Same company code, SR, manufacturing and service. Save it. So what I have done, I have created two different dunning area, right? What for this dunning area is required, guys? How SAP is going to differentiate the dunning form, right? How the dunning form is going to be differentiated here by SAP. So whatever the dunning forms are there, guys, that is dunning text, right? Okay. So here, so these things, MN, MN. If you press enter, the system is going to create one blank. It means if you have not given any dunning area, right? Then what will happen? By default, system is going to consider this dunning form. But if you want to give, you can, or else you can remove this. R. So against this dunning area, second form is going to be. Oh my God. I made a mistake. Not 4, it's 2 and then 3 only, right? Because uh, I have given the sequence actually, right? But this is reminder 1, 2, and 3. So, right? So, maximum 3 level only I have given, right? Now, save it. Come back first. Save it. Now, so what we have done, we have given this. Now, there is one more thing, guys. I think I'll have to create a different customer because I've made multiple experiment in the sense like we have already run the dunning program in future date, right? So again in current date, if I'm going to run, then system will throw error because for that customer, last dunning run is already updated, a future run is already updated in even the customer master also, right? So you just do one thing, XT01 Okay, so now here, then give a payment terms, and here I'm going to give the dining procedure. Just save it. Okay. Now what is happening, guys? This customer 259, right? 259 got created. Then here, number range 18 is missing. For which document type? DR document type. So what I have to do, guys? Number range 18 is missing. Then what to do? Anyone?
We have to go to the document type and create the number range, or add an existing number range. Is
VA7.
that right, sir?
What I have to do now? Tell me. I came to document type and give me a second. Okay, so here, in OBA7, what to do, guys?
Go to that document type DR and either create a number range 18 or assign an existing one to that document type.
Yes. So the existing one I'm going to assign. Okay, just save it. And oh my god, I have posted this in current date, right? I'll just do one thing. I'll post in the previous date. Alright, that's fine. Like let's suppose 18th, right? So that at least something is going to be overdue, right? Okay. And again, I have made a mistake, guys. Right? What mistake I have made? So while posting the transactions, you must have to specify what. Here you must have to specify. Look at here, dunning area. Dunning area must be specified, right? So that I couldn't do. But anyway, so here what I can do, we'll post another line item also. First of all, one more line item that is for service. Again, like 4,000. Save it. And you just do one thing, go to /n FBL5 and let me check whether we can enter at transition level or not. Yes, you can make dunning area as a required entry. There is a question from Shiva. So here we are having dunning area. So this is for manufacturing. You give MN and save it. This is also less about manufacturing itself, right? So now here, I have assigned 0001, right? So 0001 means immediately due net, right? Why it is going to be overdue, guys? This is also overdue, this is also overdue, this is also overdue. It means somebody has changed the setting of 0001. OB. Okay, this is what the problem, right? Somebody has changed the standard itself. Okay, payable immediately, due net. So if you have a look here, now what is happening, guys? Oh my god. Okay, let's do one thing. Make it now. Save it. Alright, so this is what this become due, and here 0001. It's okay. Just save it. Okay. So now what we have done, guys? Look at here. We have posted. Okay. So now here I'll just do one thing. I'll add one more thing. Running area. Okay. So look at here. Running area is also appearing. Let me save it on my layout. Okay. So now next time onwards, permanently it is going to appear. Okay. So what is happening, guys? First of all, you must have to specify like running area at the time of posting invoices. For that, we can make it as a required entry, so that the user must have to enter the running area, right? I have made a mistake, I forgotten, but even at line item level also, I have entered. But in real time, what will happen then? People must have to make this running area as a required entry. Okay. Now, so user is going to enter the running area at the time of invoice posting, right? Now, so when the invoice is posted, right? When the invoice is posted, and let's suppose if it become overdue, right? And if it is and it's eligible for reminder and all, so here what is happening, guys? First of all, system will check what dunning procedure is assigned against the customer master, right? System got to know about the dunning procedure. And in dunning procedure, what is happening? Whatever the terms and conditions we have specified, as per that, of course, system is going to check due and overdue item. But here what system is going to find out, guys, since two different kind of invoices will be there, right? Product and services. So for that already we have created two different dunning areas. So that is also going to be considered by system, right? And automatically, here if you run this, go to FBMP. Not FBMP, guys. F15/N. Give me 2 minutes, guys. Just give me 2 minutes. Start. Now here, so we'll do one thing. F150. Okay. I'll have to log in again, guys. I think it is on. Okay, so current data only. Take this customer only. Whatever the customer I have created, I think 259, right? 100,259. And here also 100,259. Save this. schedule here. Okay, press enter. So look at here guys, now two different dunning notice. Single customer, two line item, but both line items are having two different dunning area, right? Two line items become overdue here if you have a look, right? And both line items are having two different dunning area, right? So 100259 CM33, right? So this is not due, in the sense this is not overdue, right? It is due only. It is going to be excluded here from current run. Now two line item, both are overdue by a margin of 21 days, 21 days. This is having a different dunning area, this is having a different dunning area, right? So first of all, system SAP is going to identify the customer number, right? Against this customer master, what dunning procedure we have defined, we have assigned guys, that dunning procedure is going to be triggered by system. Okay, and from that, then system is going to check the configuration, right? Dunning procedure configurations and all. Now, as for that, so here in that dunning procedure, what is happening, guys? For this company code TM33, what we have done, we have already assigned two different dunning procedure. Sorry, two different dunning form we have assigned against different dunning areas. So simply dunning area is identified by system. Against this, whatever form is assigned, that is going to be triggered by system. Against this SR, whatever form we have assigned, that is going to be triggered by system. So one customer, two different dunning form. You can click on sample printout and you click here. So look at here, this is the one, right? This is the one, 6,000. Okay, now if you check the next one, another form, look at here, this is a different form, 4,000, right? So this is having a different format, and the previous one was having a different format, right? So even for single customer also, three different dunning, letter can be printed. So whenever anybody asks like such kind of questions where like you'll be having this scenario, like let's suppose I'm having two different group of customer or three different group of customer, right? And where like I need to send different reminder letter to those customers, right? So three different group of customer, in the sense we have to define three different dunning area, right? Instead of saying that we have to create three different dunning procedure, then again people are going to ask the question that okay, what will happen if I'm having one customer which is buying the product and services both? So in that case, which dunning procedure is going to be assigned against that customer master? You can assign only one dunning procedure against one customer master, right? So that is why. Now, if you say that single dunning procedure can be defined, again people may confuse you. They can ask, okay, if I'm going to define a single dunning procedure, then what about this dunning form, right? How it is going to be, isn't it? So you can say that we have to define instead of, or it's like people may ask that can't we create two different dunning procedure, right? If you say no, then again people may ask why. Why can't I create two dunning procedure? So you have to say that yes, we can create two dunning procedure also, but the challenges will be there. There are certain challenges. Let's suppose if I'm having few customer which is buying the product and services both, in that case, what to assign? Which dunning procedure is going to be assigned, right? So there, the challenges will be for such kind of customers. Okay, so that is why it's pretty simple. We'll have to set up a different dunning procedure itself, guys. But generally, multiple dunning area can be defined based on the conditions, right? As I said, like two different group of customers, three different group of customers, four different group of customers. So as many, multiple dunning area can be created, and then different dunning form is going to be defined by, created by your technical consultant. Those form codes are going to be assigned with the combination of dunning area. So this is how the requirements are going to be met. Okay. So that's all in this session, guys. That's all for today.